Hello, my name is Guillermina Gomez, and today I will speak briefly about the history of English, the link between culture and language, and the impact of English in our Mexican culture and society. To begin with, I want to talk about the origin of the English language. Let's look back some 2000 years, when the inhabitants of the island belonged to different tribes and they spoke different Celtic languages and Latin. There were several invasions. The West Germanic tribes, the Vikings, the Normans, and they all brought their own languages. Because of the contact with the other local tribes, they borrowed words from the other languages. All this combination of languages is what we know as Old English. Middle English is the stage when the language was consolidated because English became the official language for the government and commerce. Literacy was low, but language created a sense of nationalism. Early modern English is a stage in which literacy grew exponentially due to the invention of the printing press. Books became easily available, and it was the golden age of literature. The Bible was translated into English, and it is said that Shakespeare created more than 2,000 words and idioms. Finally, the stage of modern English is the language as we know it today, and we can say that 98% of the words come from the Indo-European languages and 2% of the words come from other languages. 80% of the original words have changed. In my opinion, languages are living things that evolve with society and adapt to the needs of speakers. I think that the use of English language will continue to grow and more people will learn it, and we must be ready to embrace the challenge to understand the changes that are yet to come. Now, let's move on to the next topic. I think it's important to teach culture in language classes, especially that of the country where the language is originally spoken. In the specific case of English, students must be exposed to both British and American culture and their differences. Most students want or need to study English because they will use it for business or leisure. They will travel on business or have a job that requires the use of English to attend meetings or write reports. On the other hand, there are young people who will travel to an English-speaking country on vacation or for academic purposes. In addition, there are people who will not travel, but they have contact with the language quite often. In social media, TV series, music, magazines, video games, etc. The desire to understand and communicate with others is their main motivation to learn. Students need to learn about good manners, all traditions, typical foods, holidays, lifestyle, and even history. This can help people to understand a different way of thinking and to respect the language and traditions in other countries. In the case of Mexico, being so close to the USA has had great impact and influence in our culture and society. Students have easy access to real-life material when they are studying the language: movies, music, TV shows, series, live sports on TV, etc. Many of us have relatives or friends who live in the United States, and it can be easy to either visit them in the US or practice speaking to relatives who may speak mostly English. We have adopted some of the American traditions, like the celebration of Halloween and Thanksgiving. The number of American people living in Mexico and having a Mexican family is growing every day. There are many bilingual families, and this has created the need to learn English in a more informal context, just at home and with family. I think that the geographical and economical context in Mexico is leading us to speak English. Accepting this fact is crucial to stop the false belief that makes some people think that speaking another language is a way to reject or despise our own language and culture. Instead, I think it's a way to enrich our culture. Speaking English is like opening the door to a whole new world of possibilities. Thanks for your attention.